So I'm Raul Ramirez, and so I'm here with two guests. One is Keanu Huete. He actually competed in the first catch wrestling world, like Frank Gotch World Tournament. He got second place in his weight division. And then on the far side is sports reporter Tiffany Young. She's also going to weigh in on this, on the topic today. So we do have. The reason why we have Keanu here actually is because before he started catch wrestling, his background is in like a lot of the kickboxing, but in particular he's been studying boxing very seriously, right? And he's one of the few people that I know that accurately predicted the outcome of the Mayweather-McGregor match. So can you give us a few insights on how you knew what was going to happen?
How I know it was going to happen? McGregor, he's used to fighting 5-round fights, and boxing goes a distance more. So, and the way Floyd fights too, he tires his opponents out in the beginning, and so it was just natural that I predicted 8 to 10 rounds that he would get a technical knockout. Also because of his life experience. Floyd Mayweather's went up against a lot of hard hitters too. They're way above his weight. A lot of people thought that was gonna be a problem. It's like Canelo. Marquez. Pretty much everybody he's fought against. Ricky Hatton. They're all heavy hitters. So, Yeah.
Okay, Tiffany. So you also watched the fight. I'm sure like so many people watched the fight. So what were some of your thoughts about it? Like, what were you seeing?
I felt like Mayweather was just, he was very confident. I think if anything, McGregor, he was he seemed a little bit tense, more tense. Of course, he's in Mayweather's territory, and this is what he does his whole life. So I knew what the outcome would be. It was entertaining to see how long. I wasn't sure how long it would take, but I think the predictions that some said it was going to be in four rounds or something. I knew it would take longer than that because I've seen a lot of Mayweather's fights, and he does take his time. He has to get a feel for things before he really starts getting warmed up. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the way he works, right? This is MO,
exactly.
Right? Okay. So what we want to let people know is actually the great Frank Gotch, who we named our world tournament after. He actually wrote about matches like this back in 1918. So this is original copy of Frank Gotch's wrestling book. I don't know if you guys can see that there. But in it, he kind of discusses some matches like this, not exactly where it's exactly like what happened in the Mayweather fight, but he has his views on people who come from different backgrounds competing. And so I'll read, we'll let you hear what he wrote, in his own words here. So he discusses mixed matches between boxers, or he calls them boxers or pugilists. He'll kind of use that word, and wrestlers. So, one of the things he says is the public who go to see such contests are, as a rule, victimized. They do not see the genuine article because if the wrestler, unless he is a very inferior one, utilized all of his skill and was out to win in a hurry, would not have much trouble in putting his rival down in such quick time that the match would resolve itself into the worst kind of a farce. Okay, so basically he believes that a wrestler should be able to take a boxer down so fast, and the match should be over so quickly that we'd have what people would, how they complain about if Mike Tyson's match, how they would just be over in just a few seconds. Mm-hmm. People would be doing that. That's the way Frank Gotch felt about matches were against wrestlers and boxers. Not to say that McGregor is only a one-dimensional fighter. He does MMA, so he knows. He looks more like a jiu-jitsu person with his grappling than a real wrestler. But he does mix the jiu-jitsu with his striking, and he's won a lot of his matches striking. But we can kind of see some of the comparisons here. So another thing that Frank Gotch had to say was that that he feels like such matches are certain to hurt wrestling in the long run. Handicap matches, anyway, leave the wrong impression. And in the opinion of many, they should be frowned upon. Right? To many folks, they are worse than exhibition bouts at the local theaters. Right? So, let me see if there's anything. So, in 9 times out of 10, the affairs are rehearsed beforehand because of the monetary consideration. Right? So, first of all, he doesn't necessarily believe that matches like these are even very legitimate, and they could be what we call works, right, or staged, right? So we just want to let people know, want to throw that out there. So we have like Frank Gotch, his 2 cents from back in 1918. If you guys want to get the book, he actually talks a lot about like the not just techniques, but also like strength and conditioning. He talks about the other dominant styles that existed at that time that were popular. That'd be another topic for another video, because a lot of people are confusing the catch wrestling with the other dominant styles that existed at the time, and they're trying to say anything is catch wrestling, but that's not true. But yeah, that could be for another video. But so you guys heard what Frank Gotch had to say. I mean, what are some of your guys' reactions to this old timer, even though he was one of the absolute best wrestlers that ever existed from any country? So any thoughts?
I mean, what he says is like really accurate. I mean, and to be on the other side too, I think a lot of people that were like boxing fanatics were saying this is like going to hurt the sport of boxing. So like from that standpoint too, it's like, I mean, people were like getting all upset when McGregor kept doing like the back of the head thing, and you know he tried to like take him down. Like it's just like in him, you know, like it's what he does like day in and day out. It's like trying to train a cat to be a dog, and you know don't try to take him down. Don't try to do your typical thing what you do. So I mean, given that, I mean, he actually did a really good job. Like I was surprised at his endurance. Like it looked like he trained pretty hard to be in a boxing match, which is not his territory.
Any thoughts, Keanu?
Yeah, I agree. It'll hurt either sport. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Because you reminded me too. Actually, one of the things that was in the news was Oscar De La Hoya, right?
That's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just going off about like how he didn't.
refused to go to the fight, or.
Yeah. Did you know if he ended up like supporting the match at all? Because he was.
I don't think so. From what I understand, yeah.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so I think maybe De La Hoya is in Frank Gotch's camp, right? So,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so they're all about kind of keeping the sports pure and.
Right.
All right. So I wonder what they would have thought about MMA, right?
Right.
So,
But I mean, like, to play the devil's advocate, I mean, like, in a way, do you think that possibly to bring these two together was like a way for people to have more respect for each sport, like separately, maybe, like just to see, like, I mean, because you could clearly see what was happening, like during the match. It's like, here you have this MMA guy, like, and all he wants to do is like do MMA moves, and here you have a boxer, but he's trying to be a boxer. So it's like, I mean, do you think that maybe like people could respect each by watching this match?
Yeah, I feel that at least from a lot of the comments people were making online, no one was really trying to say like, "Oh, MMA is complete garbage." I'm sure there were people like that, and or vice versa about like boxing how it's complete garbage or whatever. But I wasn't really seeing that. I think a lot of people were actually just entertained by the.
It was
the
very
match.
entertaining.
Yeah, it wasn't like an MMA versus boxing type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really glad how it ended too, like their last words and stuff, because both of them are known for saying a lot of stuff, but I think the way that they ended it, like Mayweather like saying what he had to say, like that he respected McGregor, and then it wasn't really about the 50-0 thing, and that he, I mean, I think they worded it so well, both of them, and and McGregor, I mean.
Yeah. Do you have any last comment?
Last comment. Not really.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and leave it there. So at least you guys know Frank Gotch's thoughts on the whole thing, and but overall, I think everyone was entertained, right? So, all right. Well, thank you both for chatting with me.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching.